that great conversation we just had about.
I know, but I will tell you though that I was surprised how much I liked it, and that second track is just it's so good, and then the rest of the album is great. And they just released, or I don't know if you follow them online, but they just released they played South by Southwest, and I mean they were on Rolling Stones, You Should Have Seen It list and all this stuff. And then they just released a skateboard with in conjunction with Jason Lee. So I mean, it's just
Well, my so my wife got me hooked on Fringe. Did you ever watch that show?
I know what it is. I've never watched it.
Dude, that show is awesome. But I can't remember. I'll look it up. But on one of the episodes yesterday, laying in bed with my wife watching the show, and music comes on in the background. I'm like, man, that sounds an awful lot like Midlake. Sounds an awful like what I just listened to a few hours ago. So I Shazammed it. Sure enough, Midlake Bandits. Hockey Panther.
Yeah, Bandits is such a great song. And what's so funny is they had a live preview on YouTube. And so I listened to the whole album, and then the rest of the night I did a deep dive. I got some liquor, I got some whiskey, and I just it was the show was so good. They played well. I mean, and of course I ran into several people that I knew, ran into Evan Jacobs and Kelly Upshaw and
blast from the past.
John McWilliams was there with Addie, and she's like as tall as he is. Just several people. I mean, it was a good show, but that album is it's just really, I'm really happy.
I know it's probably not very likely, but God, how cool would it be to get at least Nicholson?
Oh, Nicholson will do it. Of course, they're touring Europe right now, so
right,
it would have to be like June before we got him. But I know Nicholson, dude. You know who would do it is Polito, the lead singer now.
What was the original lead singer? Tim, right?
Tim Smith, yeah. And
not the Tim Smith that we worked for, but
no, not with a Y, with an I. He actually has a band called Harp, and he's just too much of a perfectionist. So
should have never left.
Yeah, well, Paul is no longer in the band, so they have a new bass player, and I was worried that was going to sound bad, but I mean, he's not Paul, but he's definitely good. But it was good stuff. So
is Paul original?
Paul is an original, yeah.
So who are the originals left? Mackenzie.
The only originals are Mackenzie and Nicholson.
Nicholson was in Cornbread.
Nicholson was in Cornbread. Polito didn't come in until Jason Upshaw was in the band. Brett Harrington was in the band. Now there's a lot of people that were in that band, but as far as the two originals, it's Nicholson and McKenzie. When Paul left, that's only three, because Polito didn't come in until after Upshaw left. And did you know that I was actually
pretty much an original? Yes, you were asked to be in the band.
I was asked to be in the band.
What the hell, dude?
Well, and it's funny because I was doing the Not All Common thing, and we were in our record contract, so I thought, at that point, I thought we were going to be sold, and playing with those guys was so intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. I thought, oh, well, I can be the king of this band, or I can be a possible replacement.
I will be the smallest fish in the pond if it means.
I would have done if I had who I am today. Back then, I would have jumped ship and I wouldn't have looked back. But
you could have had 10. You could have had 100% of a grape or 10% of a watermelon, and you chose the grape.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, 100%,
dude. Because Nicholson, he was the keyboard player for a while.
No, he started off as guitar, and then when they started doing the more granddaddy stuff, he moved over to that, and then he moved into what he does now, which is he just does a hybrid. And Joey is great, but
so he's like their Johnny Marr.
He just does whatever they need. But it's pretty fascinating.
Or John Greenwood.
Yeah, Johnny Greenwood. I knew what you've been. Speaking of, I watched the Basement tape, from the basement. I watched all the Midlake stuff, and then I watched from the basement. I was like, yeah, I need weed.